Donald Trump is panicking as Iran has announced that it just signed a $25 billion nuclear deal with Putin. Putin and Iran forging this nuclear alliance after Donald Trump demanded that Iran return all of its nuclear material, including nuclear dust. We're hearing now what Putin just had to say following this announcement. He says, quote, "Iran is a friendly state for us. I believe that the Iranian leadership and the people of Iran trust us. They fully trust us. And by the way, in the future, this uranium could be used once we reduce the enrichment level. This uranium could be used for peaceful purposes, for nuclear power, and our nuclear projects in Iran under IAEA control." Notice the key word could, Russia asserting itself as the main mediator, arbiter, and protector of Iran right here. And this would seem to be giving a gigantic middle finger to Donald Trump and saying, we're not scared of you at all, while you claim to be negotiating nuclear material with Iran. We're going to do a $25 billion nuclear deal with Iran, is what Putin's saying. So how does Donald Trump respond? Well, this is breaking news moments ago. The Pentagon is expected to cancel plans to provide Tomahawk missiles to Germany, citing concerns that Russia could view the deployment as an escalation. In other words, Donald Trump is afraid to give Tomahawks to Germany for defensive purposes because that would anger Putin. But Putin has no problem giving $25 billion in this deal to Iran for the generation of more nuclear material in Iran. Putin also said the following about Iran moments ago.
Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makor Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Alright, so as you can see, Vladimir Putin, alright, she's now done a nuclear deal or a weapons deal with Iran in the midst of, this place, Babylon, which you know is America, going to war with them. Alright, and this alliance, that's being created is, of course, a direct shot at the West, man. Alright, and if you know anything about Vladimir Putin, he has a long-standing disdain for everything that's over here on this side of the world. Whether it be articles, these meetings that they go to. He speaks down on everything that this place does. And that's the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, making him do that, alright? Because ultimately we know World War III is going to happen, and this place is going to shoot, the other nations are going to shoot missiles on this place, man. So if he's your top enemy, speaking on Iran and Babylon, alright, them being in this conflict with Iran being your top enemy and another powerful nation as far as weaponry as Russia is, they make a nuclear deal or a weapons deal with them. That's a direct shot at you, all right? And that's Ezekiel 38 speaking, all right? Ezekiel 38:4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. All right. I'm gonna hop to verse 7, where it says, "Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them." All right, and that's what Russia, as this talk about Gog, Magog, all right, which we know is modern Russia. All right, that's what they're doing right now, being a guard unto these nations that are assembled unto them. All right, because Russia does business, with Iran. All right, months ago, you see Russia's support for Venezuela. All right, because they got business over there, And these nations think they just playing a war game, but this is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai controlling everything as he does. So you seeing every time that what you know as America, all right, Babylon the Great, all right, every time they make a move, Russia make a counter move, man. Because, you know, as far as war and artillery, Russia and China as well, but, you know, to stay on subject, Russia is a superpower as far as them weapons. That's why they did the weapons deal with Iran. All right, these nations are assembling themselves against America. What you know is America, they assembling themselves against them. And this is a major thing. Because if you notice, whenever Nero, all right, goes at a nation, and Russia or China, which are the other two superpowers militarily, all right, whenever they respond to do something right in his face, he don't really say nothing. Because he know they got big boy weapons over there, and them big boy weapons is gonna get shot off, not only by, you know, Russia, China, but even the allies of this place, man. Because this guy that's in office, Nero, he's you know, agitating is the word. He's agitating the whole damn world, man. This man is the most hated man on the planet. Not, you know, like they say, domestically and foreign, or foreign or domestic. Everybody hates dude, man. So this is Russia, all right, Gog Magog, being a guard unto these nations. As I speak on Iran at the moment. Everybody America got beef with, Vladimir Putin aligns himself with them. I mean, think of it as just on the level of everyday life. You got a problem with this one and that one and the third, and it's some motherfucker that always align themselves with them. What is that? Your enemy. So, you know, eventually, all right, they gonna have to fight. And it's gonna happen, man. All right, scripture said the third woe cometh quickly. All right, World War III, the third World War is here. Now we know the MOTB has to be pushed, which we know is the RFID microchip that will be implanted within you as a new digital payment system. All that other shit you hear is bullshit. That's what the mark of the beast is. So we know this place won't be completely destroyed until that happens. But where you seeing the makings of it, man, you see the Most High, who's the ultimate chess player, all right? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, moving the pieces on the board, man. Getting everybody aligned, getting everybody in position as it pertains to prophecy to have his will be done. This place is out of here, man. And for all you patriotism people, America ain't got juice like they used to have, as far as artillery and all that shit, man. All these nations got weapons, man. ICBMs, nuclear shit, all that new shit. They all got it. All these heathen nations that you, of course, don't know how to live in any type of harmony or peace. Of course, they all have these weapons. Scripture say, let the weak say I am strong. These nations who were once weaker than this place, Russia included, well, now they got their weight up. Now they ready to fight. So this isn't a small thing that now Russia, Gog Magog, has aligned themselves with Iran. Basically saying whatever you all need to defeat them, come get it from us. That's a direct shot. Not to mention Vladimir Putin, you know, I always bring up the summer of 2022 because he was just on a crazy run at that time, man. He been talking shit for a minute. He don't fuck with this place. And that's the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, making him feel like that. He's ready for war. Every time he, do something like this, we gonna see what Nero say. But, previously, or prior to this happening, every time something that is similar to this happens, he tucks his tail. Alright, but the scriptures say that he has a look more stout than his fellows, more proud and more arrogant than them. So eventually he gonna say, we just gonna have to see what it is. We just gonna have to fight. And that's gonna be the destruction of this place. Because World War III is gonna be lost horribly by this place that is America, man. Because as the scriptures say, the beast shall hate the whore. Everybody is gonna turn on this place. Even their allies, as I referenced, Obadiah. The man that you thought was at peace with you have deceived you. And that's how you know Esau is just a big goofy, man. But I ain't gonna hold you. Hope that video was edifying. Shalom.